Okay, we have this question about Weier's equation. So given h is to j is to k is 7 is to 8 is to 3. So this implies h is 7, j is 8, and k is 3. But if we need to add h plus j plus k, is not going to give us 108. So it means this ratio has been simplified. What do I mean that the ratio has been simplified? Okay, if we have like 4 is to 2. So if we want to have an equivalent fraction, this will be the same as 2 is to 1. Equivalent, it means if we divide it by 2, we divide it by 2, we are going to have 2 is to 1. So having 2 is to 1, if we want to go back to this, to our previous equation, firstly we divided by 2, so it means we are going to multiply times 2 times 2. So if we multiply times 2, we are going to have 4 is to 2. So it means these ratios, right? It means this ratio was simplified by a certain number, just like we divided all by 2 or we multiply by 2. So we need to know the number that we are going to multiply to this ratio, that if we sum them up, it's going to give us 108. So if we don't know those numbers yet, so to get that number, since we don't know, we can call them x, and x. Okay, so if we follow these, h is 7, so we are going to have 7x. We follow the formula, plus j will be 8x, plus k is equals to 3x. This will be equals to 108. Always make sure that you follow the equation. So if we add this up, if we sum them up, we are going to have, if we have 7 plus 8 plus 3, this is going to give us 18x. So 7x plus 8x plus 8x will give us 18x. So if this is going to be equal to 108, if we want to look for x, we need to divide. X will be equal to 108 divided by 18. So x will be equal to 6. So now that we have the value of x, we can look, we can find the value of j, h, j, and k. So let's rewrite the previous ratio. So 7x, so the ratio we had h, j, and k. So we had 7, 8, and 3. So now that we have the value of x, we are going to multiply each of them times the value. 6 times 7, 6 times 8, 6 is the value of x, and 6 times 3. So if we multiply this, we are going to have 42, 48, and 18. So this means this is h, so h equals to 42, and j is equals to 48, and k will be equals to 18. Now if we sum up this number, for example, if we sum them up, 48 plus 42 will give us 90. 19 plus 18 will give us 108. So our answer is correct. Okay, so you can check it also. Let's go to move to the next question, which we're going to be fast. We do the same. Given that p is to q is to r, so we need to just make sure that we have x here, x and x, and p minus r. So this is the formula that we are going to use. P minus r, or the equation p minus r is equal to 80. What is the value of p plus q plus r? So we follow the formula. So this represents p, so we are going to have 13x minus r is the last ratio minus 8x should be equals to 80. Because initially if we say 13 minus 8 will never give us 80, so we need to find that multiple. So if we simplify this, we are going to have 13 minus 8 will give us 5x should be equals to 80. So this implies x will be equals to 80 divided by 5. 80 divided by 5 is 16. So we are going to have 16. So the value of x is 16. So we can rewrite this ratio. We can rewrite this ratio. P is to Q is to R. Now we know the value of x that we are going to multiply. We know the value of x, so that we can have P, Q, and R. So the value of x, we know it, which is 16. So I'm going to write P is to Q is to R. So we have 13 times x is 16 times 16. Next we have 4 times 16, because we need to multiply times the value of x. Lastly we have 8 times 16. So P, if we multiply this value, P will give us 13 times 16 is 208. So this is the value of P. Then Q is 4 times 16. 4 times 16 will be 64. Lastly, 8 times 16, which is 128. So if we need to sum them up, as the question says, find the value of P plus Q plus R. So we are going to have P plus Q plus R. This will give us 208 plus 64 plus 128. This is going, if we add them together, this will give us 208 plus 64 plus 128. So this will give us 400. So this is our answer. Thanks for watching. And you can also check to be sure that your answer is correct. Sorry, P minus R. P is if we subtract P minus R, we are going to have 80. So all the values are correct. Thank you.